According to classical Sangam-era texts like the Silapatikaram and the Tolkappiyam, the ancient Tamil homeland was clearly defined by two geographic anchors, spanning from Tenkumari in the south all the way to Vadamangadam, modern-day Tirupati, in the north. Thousands of years later, shortly after independence in the 1950s, this historic territory was swallowed up within the massive Madras Presidency, a colossal administrative zone heavily populated by dozens of different linguistic groups. This animated map shows the crisis that hit the presidency as the central government began carving it up to create new states based entirely on spoken language. The boundaries of the ancient Tamil map were suddenly in jeopardy. The survival of a modern Tamil state ultimately came down to a chaotic, high-stakes political battle over two deeply coveted locations, a historic temple town in the north and a modern economic hub on the coast. In the 1950s, the coastal capital of Chennai, then called Madras, presented a unique demographic puzzle. Tamil speakers made up 70% of the city, but a wealthy, politically connected Telugu elite, wielding disproportionate commercial influence, represented about 15% of the population. Leveraging their prominence in early nationalist politics and trade, this Telugu elite launched a movement rallied around the slogan Madras Manade, meaning Madras is ours. They aggressively demanded the city serve as the capital of a newly proposed Andhra state. The political rhetoric escalated into severe physical action when Telugu leader Podi Sriramulu embarked on a hunger strike. He fasted for 57 days to force the creation of the Telugu state, ultimately losing his life in the process. Following his death, mass riots and destruction exploded across Telugu districts. Mobs targeted government infrastructure, halting daily life and severely looting the Vijayawada railway station. The sheer scale of the violence forced Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru's hand. He abandoned his long-standing resistance to drawing borders based on language and conceded to the creation of a separate Andhra state. With Andhra state approved, the fight for the capital intensified. A grassroots Tamil counter-resistance mobilized, spearheaded by the politician MP Sivayanam, popularly known as Maposi. He unified the Tamil street protests under an uncompromising rallying cry, Talai Kodut Talai Nagar Kapam. Even if we lose our heads, we will save our capital. Maposi and his pressure group, the Tamil Arasu Kalagam, took the fight directly into the bureaucratic halls of the Madras Corporation. They intervened from within, passing crucial resolutions that effectively blocked Andhra's political maneuvers to claim the city. This combination of intense street pressure and clear demographic majorities convinced federal panels like the JVP and Wanchu committees to definitively rule that Chennai could not be given to Andhra. While the southern capital was secured, the conflict pivoted to the northern borderlands. The highly contested, culturally significant district of Chittor, home to the ancient Tirupati temple, was now up for negotiation. The state's reorganization commission established specific criteria to settle this boundary line. Rather than relying solely on the spoken language of the residents, they declared the border would be determined by land ownership. Visualizing Chittor's property distribution reveals Tamils owned the vast majority of land, securing their legitimate claim. But in a controversial reversal, the commission ignored this criteria. Swapping the metric to the Telugu-speaking demographic, they instantly redrew the boundary line, officially assigning Tirupati to Andhra Pradesh. Strict population demographics were used to justify keeping Chennai with the Tamils, but when the rules favored them in Chittor, the commission flipped the criteria to forfeit Tirupati. By 1956, the modern map was finalized. The boundaries were locked into place, marking the official birth of the newly bordered Tamil state. Retaining Chennai secured the state's future. The city evolved into a massive administrative powerhouse and economic hub, driving infrastructure and connectivity for the entire region. Yet this victory stands in sharp contrast to the permanent loss of Tirupati, a decision that severed the ancient northern boundary celebrated in Sangam literature thousands of years prior. It is easy to assume that India's state borders were drawn quietly by bureaucrats reviewing census data in closed rooms. In reality, they were forged through fasting, violence, and fierce street protests. Looking at a map of modern Tamil Nadu today is an exercise in history. It is viewing a memorial to what the people fought to keep and what they ultimately lost.